To begin our abstract drawing, I'm going to start a 15-second timer, and for 15 seconds I'm going to draw some interesting lines on my paper to break up my space. Now on the back I'm going to show you what we don't want. What we don't want is just scribbles like this. So you want to take your time and intentionally make interesting lines during your 15 seconds. Alright, so here we go for mine. All right, so now I have made lots of interesting spaces. And if you need an extra, couple seconds to keep drawing, that's okay too. It's just a fun way to kind of force us to make different types of lines. So I have now, by doing this, created some organic shapes. So those are shapes that don't have a name, that are free-flowing, that I have made with my lines going through one another. So now we're going to add some color. So a great way to do this is to take some markers and trace the inside of a shape. So I'm going to trace right here using the thick side of my marker so I get lots of color. Now you can do this with lots of different colors throughout your drawing, and if you have a paintbrush and a water cup that you can use at home, then something neat you can do is to go over that color with your paintbrush and blend it so that it turns into paint in the center. Now if you don't have a paintbrush or water, that's okay too. You could always color it in or add designs. Something else you could try is to make patterns or designs inside of one of the shapes with a crayon. So actually what I'm going to do is take a darker color marker and trace the edges first. And then on the inside of the shape I'm going to make some little white polka dots that we can't see yet. But then if we add some water, the crayon wax resists the purple that I'm brushing over it so that those are still showing through. So that's a fun technique that you could try as well. Or you could even just add color patterns with crayons or markers as well. Okay, and here is my finished artwork. So you can see that it is abstract because I only used lines and shapes, colors, patterns to create my design. It doesn't have to look like something in particular. I used a few different techniques. So in a couple places I just used marker to create patterns, so that is perfectly okay for you to do. Or you can try that technique if you have a paintbrush and water at home, where you trace the outline with marker, put some patterns with crayon, and then mix the marker with some water to make it into paint. So have fun making your abstract artwork.